Alright pals, welcome back to another video. Palumor here, and today we are on the 10.2 PTR for World of Warcraft. This will be the patch that comes out for Season 3 of the expansion, and today I'm going to be going over Outlaw for Rogue. Now, in the last video I made, I went over Subtlety, and in that video, I covered the changes to the Rogue tree, as well as the Subtlety tree. So because of that, in today's video specifically, I'm not really going to super go in depth on the Rogue tree, but this is what I'm playing right now on the PTR for Outlaw, if you're curious. But yeah, if you want to know all the changes in this side of the tree, and that side of things, then make sure you check out my last video. But now, anyways, today we're jumping into Outlaws. So first things first, I have some of the changes noted. We can kind of skim through the tree, and then I'm going to kind of show you guys how to do really big damage. So really quick TLDR for Outlaw in the upcoming patch. It's going to be super insane. The tier set's really good. Killing Spree got a rework. This ability is really insane again for the first time in forever. It's actually super cool. There's a lot of new utility changes. Yeah, I'm really excited for Outlaw. Outlaw has a lot more burst where it was lacking, as well as it's still going to have really good sustained DPS. So yeah, let's just get into it. So starting at the top, one of the first things they added is there's actually now a choice node on Float Like a Butterfly. So Float Like a Butterfly is basically the thing where Restless Blades would also reset Evasion and Feint. If you don't know what this is, you don't know what the heck I'm talking about. Basically, whenever you use finishers, it's just going to basically reset the cooldown of your abilities. So 1 second per combo point spent. For AR between the eyes, yeah, I'm not going to read every single ability you guys can see right here, but basically this also applies to evasion. This is like a big tool that makes Outlaw Rogue really tanky, having evasion back faster. But now what they've done is they've actually added an offensive option as well. So if you're fighting something where you don't really need evasion, or something where you're not really the kill target, you can actually now play Sting like a bee. Nice little play on words there. Real clever, Blizzard. But this is basically Prey on the Weak for Sub-Rogue. Now, I don't know if this is nerfed in PvP. For some reason, I haven't just double-checked. But if it is, it's probably like Prey on the Weak, so it would go down to 5% in PvP. And if it's not nerfed, then damn, that's insane. It's just 10% increased damage during cheap and kidney shot. That includes damage from all sources as well, not just your damage. So let's say you're playing Rogue Mage on Outlaw and you kidney shot someone, your entire team is doing 10% more damage to the target. So this is definitely something really sweet that they added for Outlaw. A little bit more of like flexibility. I think it's really cool to have choice nodes like this for things that might not always be useful. So anyways, moving down the tree here, next thing that we have is actually improved Adrenaline Rush. Now, I don't know if this is new or not because I don't remember this from Season 2. I played a little bit of Outlaw, but I didn't really invest a lot. But to me, this is new. This might have already been in the game. Okay, disclaimer. I'm not 100% sure, but I never really understood this. This is really sweet. Basically, what happens is when you AR now, you immediately get full combo points. So if you're playing this right here, Deeper Strata, which gives you 6 points, and Devious Strata, pressing AR instantly gives you 7 combo points. I have one of them, so I'd get 6. But that's just really sweet. So in a way, this is like a Mark for Death built into AR. This is actually going to be part of our big burst rotation as well. And also, when AR expires, you get full energy. So if you're completely cranking someone, you know, you're really low energy, it just instantly kind of fills you up at the end of your AR, which is pretty sweet. Moving down the tree here, another insane change. Dropping Blade Rush might feel a little clunky because obviously Outlaw has a lot of mobility. Losing Blade Rush is going to cut down some of that mobility. But Ghostly Strike has been kind of reworked. Now, the actual ability might look pretty familiar. It's a 1.5 minute cooldown. Your enemy will take 15% more damage from you for 12 seconds. But Ghostly Strike is now off global cooldown, which means you can basically press it while pressing other abilities, which makes it extremely broken. This ability, I actually currently, just for testing, I have it macroed into my Mark for Death. So when I press Mark for Death, my target takes 15% more damage from my finishers, and they take also 15% more damage from my abilities on Ghostly Strike. So this is kind of just like a juicy button right now to press. Going down the tree even more, we have this talent. Once again, I don't know if this is new or not. I can't say 100%. Because I didn't play Outlaw enough. I didn't really dissect the tree last season. But this is something to pay attention to. You actually gain 10% haste for 20 seconds while you come out of stealth. Now, the reason why I like this a lot is because haste is a huge modifier that actually can affect Killing Spree. And also, we have this PvP talent, which is not new, where basically when you roll the bones, you also get 15% haste. So yeah, stacking these together, you get tons of haste. Playing around the fact that you get full combo points from Mark for Death, and you get full combo points from AR. You can kind of like shove a lot of stuff in at the same time. Anyways, really cool haste modifiers to think about. And now let's talk about this ability down here. So Crack Shot, this is a new passive that they've actually added for Outlaw. And this is really really strong. Now, I don't know if it's bugged on the PTR or if just the combat log is bugged, but I was testing this a little bit on stream yesterday, and it seems like it doesn't always work. It doesn't always fire off the dispatch, but basically what this is supposed to do is whenever you use Between the Eyes from stealth, it will also do a dispatch for 100% of the normal damage, and BTE will have no cooldown. Now, the thing that makes this insane is that this stacks with Shadow Dance. So if you have Shadow Dance up, you benefit from this as if it's from stealth. Obviously, Dance is a 1-minute cooldown, and you're thinking, well, it's going to be really hard to, in a short 6-second Shadow Dance to get that many Between the Eyes off regardless. But because of things like Mark for Death and Imp AR, we actually have ways to instantly reset our combo points, and believe it or not, you can get a lot of Between the Eyes off during Dance. So this is actually really, really insane to play, and this stacks really well with this talent as well, which is also not new. This is really old. But yeah, your crits actually do 4 times normal damage, which is really insane. Just something to consider. Everything else, for the most part, I don't think there's anything insane. This is a talent that I'm not playing right now, but this is new. This is pretty sweet. It basically is just going to increase the uptime on your buffs and your cooldowns. So really cool. All right, now lastly, the reason why you might have clicked on this video, the reason why Outlaw is so cool to me right now, Killing Spree. Guys, Killing Spree has been reworked, and for the first time since the age of the dinosaurs, this ability actually does damage again. So let's talk really quickly about how this changed. So number one, if you press Killing Spree in the past, this was just a cooldown. It was just a regular ability that you would use. Now it is a combo point spender, which means that it scales off how many combo points you use on it, and you obviously need combo points to use it. If we just read it really quick, 100% of the damage that you take during Killing Spree gets delayed and then is instead taken over 8 seconds. So if you're familiar with like a Preservation Evoker's time dilation, that's kind of how Killing Spree works now too. So you could even use this ability defensively. Like I said, this scales off haste. I've tried using this with full crit. I've tried using it with full mastery. I have not tried with full haste, but with crit, for some reason, it's just not hitting hard, and I don't know why. I do think that the Killing Spree hits can proc your mastery, which basically just procs extra attacks. So I think full mastery is going to be the best way to build Outlaw in 10.2. But like I said, I haven't tested full haste. Maybe haste is sleeper insane, but mastery feels really good. But yeah, I can kind of show you guys what a one-shot would look like on Outlaw. So there's a couple different ways to go about it. But anyways, I can kind of break down some of those for you guys right now. All right, guys, so now I'm going to walk you through kind of the all-in setup first, which is where you're basically using every single cooldown for the most juiciest burst. So you're going to want every single thing off CD. I'm trying to build stuff back and just stack up Enduring really quick. But yeah, what you're going to want to do is you're going to pre-build a Slice and Dice, and you're going to want to pre-build combo points. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to try to play around your stealth talent that I told you. When you come out of stealth, you get more haste, and you're going to try to play around Take Your Cut as well. So you're going to roll the bones into the setup to get more haste as well. Your first global is going to be simply just pressing Kidney, and then you're going to follow that with a Dance, use your badge, Orc, have everything macro together ideally. You're going to Mark for Death with Ghostly Strike as well. A lot of buttons. So like I said, macros really will help you here. Kind of shrink down the amount of buttons you have to press, because there's a lot of different things. So I can show you the macros I have really quick. I'm not going to list these below or anything, but I'll just show you quickly. Not that. That is a cheese macro. But yeah, here we go. I have MFD macroed with Ghostly Strike. Like I said, both off global, so it just does 2 in 1 here. And then in my Dance on PTR, I have like my badge, Blood Fury, and Dance all together. Just so you have an idea of the buttons I'm pressing if you want to watch it back. But yeah, you're going to have Slice and Dice up. You're going to probably Vanish or just come from Stealth. You are going to Kidney Shot the target. You're going to Dance, Mark for Death into a Between the Eyes. So this is going to put up Ghostly, and it's going to put up your MFD for bigger damage. And then you're going to apply Between the Eyes, which is now a buff on yourself, something I forgot to mention, instead of a debuff on the target. Really cool change. And then you're just going to press AR. Since you're playing Improved AR, it's going to fill your combo points again into a full Killing Spree. And now this should absolutely hammer people. So let me go ahead and get points up, and then I'll show you what this will look like. So yeah, just pretend I get a Re-Stealth or whatever. I have my thing up for haste. I roll the bones. Then I'm going to Kidney Shot, Dance Between the Eyes, AR into a full Killing Spree. And then when you come out, you can use your Pistol Shot proc into a Dispatch, or you can just spam Ambush. I haven't really min-maxed the way to do damage out of the Killing Spree, but yeah, you have a lot of damage left over at the end. Depending on what rolls you get as well, it can greatly increase the amount of damage you get. If you do get like the Shark roll, for example, it will increase your crit chance on everything by 15%, and it will almost guarantee that your Between the Eyes will crit, so that's going to be really sweet. And the other roll that you want to look for on the one-shot is actually Grand Melee, which I didn't just get, but that one will basically make it so if you Blade Flurry, your single target damage will also be increased by I believe 10%. So if you can Blade Flurry with that buff beforehand, this will also do way more damage. But yeah, that's kind of like the all-in setup with every single offensive cooldown. Alright guys, so now the next burst I want to show you, just got to reset my cooldowns while I'm explaining. But this is the Crack Shot burst. So this one is where you basically do everything again, but this time instead of killing spreeing, you actually just spam between the eyes. Now this burst, from what I've tested, seems a lot better than the killing spree. So I think, especially after talking to one of my friends, Calvish, I feel like the way Outlaw is going to be played is you're going to kind of have two different tools for burst. You're going to have Killing Spree kind of as like an isolated burst tool, and then you're going to have your Dance as a different isolated burst tool, where you're kind of spamming BTEs and playing around Crack Shot. Stacking the two together, it just feels like you're kind of missing out on value. But yeah, I'll explain what the rotation looks like, just building back my thing really quick. So yeah, as for all of the Outlaw rotations, you're going to kind of want to pre-build Slice and Dice. This is just going to help in general. It's going to have that haste up for you, and you want to pre-build your points. Now, things to remember again, you want to roll the bones and ideally go from stealth on the go just for more haste from taken by surprise and take your cut. Big thing to remember is you have Mark for Death for full combo points, and you have Adrenaline Rush for full combo points. So those are two things to really keep in mind. For this one specifically, you do not want to have Between the Eyes up before the setup because you're going to use it during the go, and Crack Shot will reset it. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to open with your Roll the Bones, and ideally be in Stealth or Vanish if you want the full one-shot. You're going to Kidney Shot your target. You're going to Dance, press your Orc and your Badge, or have it all macroed. Then you're going to press Mark for Death with Ghostly Strike into a Between the Eyes. Now the second you do that, you're going to Adrenaline Rush, get full points again into another Between the Eyes, and then you're going to Ambush, and if you proc a double ambush, you'll have full points for another Between the Eyes. If you only have like 3 or 4 combo points, you're going to ambush again into a third Between the Eyes. And once again, because of Crack Shot, each of these are going to be hitting a full damage dispatch as well. And you'll kind of see when I do this, it's going to completely melt the target. But yeah, I'll just go ahead and show you now. So I'm in Stealth, going to Roll the Bones, and then I'm going to Kidney, Dance, Mark for Death. I actually messed up the rotation here completely. I used my AR early out of bad habit. But as you can see, even by messing up the rotation and having to ambush earlier, it still does completely insane damage. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward to the future when my cooldowns are back, and I'm going to not mess this up and show you guys what the damage looks like though. So this time, without messing up, I'm going to get a re-stealth. I'm going to Roll the Bones into a Kidney Shot, Dance, Mark for Death, into a Between the Eyes, into an AR Between the Eyes, then an Ambush Between the Eyes. And as you can see, absolute insanity. Now, like I said earlier, I was testing this yesterday and the dispatch was bugging, but I can quickly check again today and just look. So each time you Between the Eyes, it should be throwing a full damage dispatch as well. Now, this one looks like a hit for a 55k dispatch after, which is nice. This one looks like a hit for an 82k crit dispatch on top of the BT, and this one also did. So maybe the one duel I did was just bugging, but yeah, when all the damage goes through, it absolutely cranks, and this is probably the most possible damage output. The last things I can show you is I can kind of just show you what the rotations look like without AR. Honestly, for the one I just did, it's pretty simple. Once you use your Mark for Death, Ghostly Strike macro, or whatever your Mark for Death into a Between the Eyes, you're just spamming ambushes back to BTE. So it's just ambush Between the Eyes during your dance. As for the Killing Spree one, what that will look like, I feel like, honestly, I haven't really tested this a lot, but for the most part, I'm assuming you're just going to basically full Kidney Shot, and then you're going to like Mark for Death into a Killing Spree. But yeah, this is what like a basic setup would look like, just using regular Killing Spree. Kind of sucks that he's already low HP, and I can't do much about it. I wish I had a way to reset cooldowns, but yeah, I'll kind of just show you anyways. In Stealth, you're probably just going to like Roll the Bones into a Kidney, and then you would like Mark for Death into a Killing Spree. So yeah, Kidney Shot, Mark for Death, Killing Spree, and this is no Shadow Dance. Just a decent amount of damage, and probably able to force cooldowns, especially with teammates helping hit people. Definitely not as insane with all the modifiers, but yeah, that's basically Outlaw, guys. That's basically Outlaw on the PTR 10.2. If you ever have live questions, I do try to answer all my YouTube comments, but if you want to know things right away, maybe if you're not even used to using Twitch, just tune into the stream, say what's up. I can help you guys right away, no delay. I'll be there almost always. But yeah, anyways, that's pretty much it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed Outlaw and you're looking forward to 10.2. I think Rogue's going to be really insane. All 3 specs of it, it'll be really fun. Kind of the biggest Rogue rework we've really seen in a while. But yeah, this patch has been really motivating as a player that does play Rogue a lot. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great night. Peace out.